How much time did you give to the criminal justice system?
38 years plus 8 months.
Wow, 38 years. And so, give us give us an idea of what it felt like. How was your journey inside up until you came in contact with the power of people? Like, what was that journey like for you?
First of all, being just turning 23 years old and committing a senseless crime as I did, I had no comprehension of the consequences that I was really going to be facing. So for me, being young, foolish, and this is how I was living, um, I couldn't begin to comprehend what a life sentence was. So I just took day for day and tried to survive and deal with life on its terms that I created the best way I could. And that journey was a real ugly journey because along the way, I seen things and heard things that I never thought that I would experience in life like I did in prison. First traumatic thing that happened to me was I watched my best friend get killed right in front of my eyes, and there was nothing I could do because wasn't close enough in the vicinity. Um, then I watched another one of my friends get killed in front of my face.
Hmm.
A total 3 friends, close friends, I watched lose their life in front of my face.
Wow.
And it all came behind joking, playing, and idle threats.
Hmm.
And the thing about playing is you don't know what it's going to lead to.
Hmm.
So with me having fun and enjoying life in a carefree way, I couldn't do that comfortably in prison. So I had to learn how to adapt, and it was really hard.
Hmm.
Um, Today, can I say that I adapt totally? No, because I was in denial for a long time,
Hmm.
and I strived for to just get through this journey, not knowing if I was going to live or die in prison,
Wow.
and that was the hardest thing. Thinking about one day dying in prison.
Wow.
It's like being free but living a street life, and you get shot and you're trying to make it home and you die right by the gutter on the corner.
Hmm.
That's what it felt like in prison
Wow.
doing that time day by day. Um, I spent a lot of time in segregation,
Hmm.
a lot of time. A total, uh, I think I did I went to seg like 51 times
Hmm.
total. The first 16, 15 years, I went to the whole 41 times.
Hmm.
So you do the math.
Wow.
That's not counting loss of privileges, what they call LOPs, and you know things like that. I was just a total mess, man.
Hmm.
If I was to tell a young kid today how much time that I've really done so that they could comprehend it,
Hmm.
I would tell them, imagine you're in the 7th grade. I not only do the 7th grade 3 times from kindergarten to 7th grade,
Hmm.
I do from kindergarten to 12 3 times plus 2.
Right.
So if you think it's a game, just think about that for a minute.
Wow. That's something to think about. So around what year did you come in contact with POP? Do you remember?
I didn't come in contact with POP until 2000 and I want to say 9 or 10, 2010, 2009, something
Okay.
like that.
And what was the dynamic about POP that attracted you to it?
Well, first of all, when I say power of people, I didn't think of no self-help group or nothing like that. I looked at it as being a cultural thing because that's what I'm really into is my culture.
Mm-hmm.
And anything that I can learn about my culture or my ancestors or whatever, I'm all in.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I thought it was initially.
Yes, sir.
And then when I get there, I'm looking around, seeing a little bit of everybody, which is cool because everybody needs to learn everybody's history so everybody can learn how we got in this mess where we're at today. But I started listening and I was like, what I got myself into. You talking about I'm lovable, I'm powerful, and that just stuck with me because outside of your mother or your grandmother, because I'm old school, you would hear that.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't hear that from everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Especially another man.
Yes, you would. No, that's not going to happen.
Right.
The world we live in today is completely different than the world it is now. But yeah, I remember him saying lovable, powerful, valuable. And then he went on to break down the 8 steps of the good life. And now I'm thinking, I'm like, this is positive. This is healthy. I was already on a good journey, in a good place in my life because I was in IFI and I was steady growing and learning from that spiritually. But when I got connected to Power of People, that was a whole nother lifestyle, a whole nother way of life that everybody should be living anyway. You just fell off track somewhere along the line because you thought the grass was greener on the side, but it wasn't once you got over there, So what it basically did was it tightened the reins, reinforced my family beliefs anyway that I ran from and went to the streets. And but I was getting something else too. I was getting the richness in not just having the knowledge, but having enough common sense, looking at the real world, looking at the real me in the mirror, and seeing that, wait a minute, you've been doing this all wrong. You know what I'm saying? So what it did was aligned me to put things in order by value.
Absolutely.
So when I started putting things in order by value, doors started opening for me. My mind started opening up. My thinking started to think about good instead of evil versus bad, or being a subtractor to people that I didn't really even know and I wasn't willing to trust. I learned so much stuff from Dr. Verna and from Pops. It changed my life to the point to where I was able to relate to wisdom, which is something that I really could never relate to. I had the knowledge and I knew things, but I didn't apply them. So my philosophy was for myself, what good is knowledge if you don't have the wisdom to use it? You're
Powerful.
considered a fool. You know, but you won't do.
That's so powerful, man. And after you seen the class, you took it, you could have chose to, go and just go on about your business. What made you stay and remain a part of the POP movement?
Because I not only started feeling the change, others started seeing the change in me.
Wow.
Then not only that, it was whatever I do and I really like and I love it, I'm all in.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And what I was learning and being able to help my other brothers of all nationalities, I was able to, because I like to teach too. You know, I don't just like to gather information and keep it to myself and think that I'm better. I like to share it. Because
Yes.
what good is wisdom and knowledge without being able to share it? Plus, not only that, I'm not the one that did it by myself. Other people helped me get to where I'm at.
Yes, sir.
So why wouldn't I help somebody that is stuck like I was get it? You know what I'm saying? You get it and you pass it on.
Wow.
It's not an I thing. You know what I'm saying? Not only that, I just thank God that ultimately He's the one that brought everything into my life, allowed me to settle myself down and be still and quiet enough so I could hear what was being passed on to me.
Wow. And so that's so powerful, man. Now can you think about any ways, whether inside or out, that the power of people was maybe able to support you in any kind of way?
Oh yeah. First of all, I love to write. I love to write short stories. I love to write stories. I like to write about life. I like to write about what I see. My writing, I had to learn how to tone down because I'm so blunt when I write. I'm not really concerned about how you feel about what I'm writing, just as long as it hits you, gets your attention, and helps you think about things and move on. That's how I write. I don't write for the masses. I write for those that were in my shoes, that was hard headed, that you had to really get down to the nitty gritty to shock them and wake them up. You know what I'm saying? So it really helped me with being able to write